It's time for a second tidbit about the life of baby Moses. And this time, when he gets his name Moses and he's pulled out of the water and he's adopted, Pharaoh had been growing in his irritation and seeking to demoralize and destroy the people of Israel who were in his kingdom. He sought first to make them slaves, and then he told the midwives when the babies are being born to kill the boys. Some of them didn't do that because they feared the Lord. And then he said, all right, everybody, if you find a baby Israelite, throw in the Nile, and we'll get rid of him this way. Now, this is when, of course, Moses' mother hides him. He doesn't have the name Moses yet. He gets that when he's adopted. But she hides him until she can't hide him anymore. Then she builds a basket, makes it a waterproof basket. You know this story. But did you know the basket is called in Hebrew not a basket, but an ark? And the only other place that we have the word ark in the Hebrew Bible is Noah's Ark. She built him a boat. She built him a life-saving boat and went down in obedience to the king's command, put him in the Nile. But of course, he's safe in this boat. Now, this was common practice, as far as I understand. This is where you would put your child if you could not, if you had to, what do you call it? We don't want to say abandon a child. We say if you had to deliver a child up to, I can't think of the word, but you want someone to come and pick the child up. That was probably what she was thinking. I can't keep the child, I want someone else to. And something happened. Pharaoh's own daughter was bathing by that river and she sees the basket, hears the baby cry. She likes Moses and she wants to adopt him. So she pulls him out of the water. She says, I'll call him Moses because I found him in the water, and pulled him out. And it just so happens that Moses' older sister Miriam is there, and she says, hey, do you need someone to nurse the baby? I know just the person. And she calls Moses' mother. And there's a deal made. Moses' mother gets to keep him for a few more years to come, and she gets paid for it. And the Lord binds up the life of this baby Moses into the living. You know, the curse had been upon him. The curse had been upon all the boys of Israel. And yet Moses is now bound up in the life of the living because Pharaoh's own daughter wants to adopt him. What's Pharaoh going to do about it? Nothing. He's got to let his little girl have the baby that she desires. So this is the beginning of how the Lord will begin to rescue his people, pull them all up out of the water of destruction. And Moses gets his name, I pulled him up, probably because there's some symbolism to the whole idea that the Lord is using Moses to pull up all his people out of the water of the Red Sea when they exit Israel, when they exit Egypt once and for all. So if you're a baptized person, you should be happy too, because you see this picture of the baby being brought up out of the water, and you can think of your own baptism and of Jesus Christ, who was baptized also.